On North Korea, the breaking news.
It's the most secretive society on earth.
Diplomatic talks between the US and North Korea are at a standstill.
Democratic People's Republic of Korea, commonly known as North Korea, is a country in East Asia on the northern part of the Korean peninsula. To start off, we have some interesting facts we think might give you a clearer picture of the nation.
We choose North Korea because after coming to South Korea and to Handong, we have learned so many things in regard to the desperate cry of all Korea for the unification of the Korean peninsula. After hearing the devastating testimonies of defectors through the news and digging deeper into the topic, we have developed a greater interest towards North Korea. The primary resources we are using are from international news and historical articles, data and statistics alongside graphs taken from Gapminder.
A statistical data from the 2014 records that the total nominal GDP is $40 billion, and the GDP per capita is estimated to be $1,800. The main industries are military products, machine building, electric power, chemicals, mining, metallurgy, textiles, food processing, and tourism. Due to the Korean War, the GDP slightly dropped in 1951. The shortage of skilled labor, energy, arable land, and transportation significantly impeded long-term growth and resulted in consistent failure to meet planning objectives. The major slowdown of the economy contrasted with South Korea, which surpassed the North in terms of absolute GDP and per capita income by the 1980s.
The loss of Eastern Bloc trading partners and numbers of natural disasters throughout the 1990s caused severe hardships, such as widespread famine. By 2000, the situation improved owing to a massive international food assistance effort, but the economy continues to suffer from food shortage, dilapidated infrastructure, and a critically low energy supply. In an attempt to recover from the collapse, the government began structural reforms in 1998 that formally legalized private ownership of assets and decentralized control over production.
According to World Bank, North Korea had a life expectancy of 72.1 years in 2018. While North Korea is classified as a low-income country, the structure of North Korea's causes of death is closer to worldwide averages, with non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular disease and cancers, accounting for 84% of the total deaths in 2016. From 1917 until 1918, North Korea experienced the first major downfall in life expectancy rates due to World War I.
After the Second World War in 1994, which separated the peninsula into the north and the south, the average falls again. It fell again the third time rapidly because of the 1951 Korean War between the two territories. Lastly, from 1994 to 1998, North Korea went through a period of mass starvation together with a general economic crisis as the aftermath of the widespread famine mentioned earlier.
North Korea is one of the most literate countries in the world, with an average literacy rate of 99%. This is possible because education in North Korea is universal and state-funded by the government. Since we could not find any statistics from Gapminder, we derive our data from other resources found in the internet. Beginning in the 1950s, North Korea put significant attention on healthcare. Between 1955 to 1986, the number of hospitals grew from 285 to over 2,000, and the number of clinics from 1,000 to over 5,000. Special healthcare is available mainly in cities, where pharmacies are also common. Essential medicines are also well available.
We choose child mortality under health category for quality life indicators because it is a vital indicator of child health, overall physical health of a community and overall national development. The graph depicts information of child mortality in North Korea up to year 2012. There are two significant increases. First, from 1941 to 1949, and second, from 1986 to 1996. In 1912, 505 out of 1,000 babies born died before reaching age 5. In 2012, only 25.7 out of 1,000 died. We can conclude that, in a span of 100 years, child mortality in North Korea decreased overall.
North Korea's threats to the outside world always grab the media's attention. But it's the North Korean people who face the biggest threat of all. In order to maintain control, the North Korean regime has stripped the people of their power and potential through a system of 1. Forced isolation, both physically and digitally. It's illegal for North Koreans to leave their country without the government's permission. There is also no internet connection to the outside world. 2. Relentless indoctrination of extreme ideologies, which are blends of authoritarianism, nationalism, and militarism. This indoctrination is applied to all aspects of life, such as the military, school, workplace, home, entertainment, and the news. 3. Brutal repression, which means no freedom of any kind, whether it's speech or expression, religion, information, movement, nothing is tolerable.
The result of these challenges are millions of North Koreans living in enforced poverty and facing unavoidable humanitarian challenges such as food insecurity, dismal public health, refugee crisis and exploitation, sex trafficking. So, how do we help North Koreans? According to Yeonmi Park, a North Korean defector who spoke in One Young World Conference, we can help in 3 ways. 1. Educate yourself so you can raise awareness about the human rights crisis in North Korea. 2. Help and support North Korean refugees who are trying to escape to freedom. And lastly, petition to China to stop repatriation.
My name is Jennifer, and my vision in life is that for me and my family to help the less fortunate, not just in my country but wherever we go, get a better standard of living. I yearn to travel as much as I can and cater to the people from the places I travel to. After coming to Handong, I got the opportunity to establish close relations to Korean friends and take classes that taught me a lot about the status of Korea before the separation between the North and the South. After empathizing with them, my heart grew to realize how much I began to pray for Korea's unification as much as they do. Maybe someday God will open a path for me to travel to North Korea and use me there. I believe God works in wondrous and mysterious ways, and just like the Berlin Wall collapse, reuniting East and West Germany, and other miracles He has performed, His glory will bless upon the Korean peninsula as well. Until then, let us keep praying together and have faith in Him.
I'm Tania, and one of my visions in life is to make this world a better place for those who need it. But before that, I wish to achieve higher education, and that is why I come to Handong. Here, I receive new insights about the unification of Korea. Even before I came here, I have seen many videos about North Korean defectors who successfully escaped North Korea and have heard their mind-blowing testimonies. Like how everyone else felt, it really broke my heart too. However, I became aware that I never really thought and prayed for the unification of Korea. Therefore, to incorporate my vision in life, I can do 2 things. 1. Keep praying for the unification of Korea and the people there who suffered under the harsh living condition. And 2. To help monetarily by donating to organizations that aims to help North Korean defectors. I may not have a specific vision for North Korea right now, but who knows what's God's plan for me?